just hitting you guys up with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So, I don't know what is going on. The energy just feels all over the place. Um, it's a new moon today as well, so we can call it a new moon reading. But my energy, I've literally been sleeping all day, man. Like I just feel um so run down, but I have been on the go constantly. So I was guided to come on live because I was just flicking through YouTube and there doesn't seem to be much content being posted at this time. I know that they're messing with the algorithm and shit, which we know, which is okay because we still work with that. um, but yeah, so I'm just basically here to kind of fill in the gap really and be of service. So, the journey doesn't end and we always have to be of service. So we're gonna just check in with the tarot to see what's popping with the tarot, because usually I don't work with the tarot, I work with the oracle cards, because oracle cards you can work with them in the present moment, and tarot can kind of not foresee the future to a certain degree, but we have many different, every choice we make determines a different outcome basically. So we can just get a view of situations that could be happening right now from the tarot, but oracle cards is more what I work with. um so you can change the present moment, if that makes sense, because the past is gone and the future is not here. We only have the present moment. um and if anyone's interested in a personal reading, you can send me an email as well. I've been having so many personal readings going down of recently, and shout out to my homegirl in the Netherlands who got a reading like a few weeks ago, man, and she said the reading was accurate and it resonated, and she's taking the steps. I'm seeing her take the steps as well, which is funny enough. Like in the reading, actually no, that's like confidential. We ain't gonna go into that anyway. But yeah, she's taking steps. The guidance that was given, she's taking steps, and she's on job in it. So which is cool anyway. So let's see what theme is coming out in the tarot today, and I'm also gonna pull some cards from the chakra deck to see what is popping with the chakras as well. I don't know, I was just guided to use them, so I'm just kind of going with it at this point. The energy just feels so weird. Everything just feels all over the place. It's uncomfortable, man. It's uncomfortable. But the first card is Tower Moment. So you've got a shock coming. So it doesn't have to be a bad shock, but it's gonna be a shock to kind of make you become aware, should we say. So I don't know, things are changing very rapidly, so you may get, if spirit is trying to give you guidance and you're not paying attention, sometimes the change will be drastic. So there will be a tower moment, there'll be a big shock. So whether it's a relationship ending dramatically, you being fired dramatically, so there's going to be some kind of shock to kind of wake you up, should we say. The King of Wands. But at the moment, you're kind of just sitting back, kind of, yeah, just sitting back, plotting, should we say? Sitting back, kicking back, plotting. Yeah, you're kind of observing, kind of planning for the future, should we say? Or kind of just observing, or in, what's the word? You're in a state of non-action. So maybe contemplating. Some of these may be just procrastinating in general, which you need to, if you're procrastinating, make sure there's action. Yeah, I think that's the Page of Cups. Um, you're being called to kind of let out your inner child, should we say, and have fun. So you may be planning for the future as well and doing a lot of adulting, but make sure to have fun as well. Yeah, because I don't know, the way I read tarot is just weird. I just kind of I just see the story unfold and then messages come. It's really weird. Everyone reads um cards differently, and you can go on card courses and all this stuff, but I do it intuitively. Whatever story I see, I say, or it just gets channeled through me. So sometimes I don't even say it, it's not even me saying it, and I won't remember saying it as well. So when I give a reading, I tell people to make sure you write it down. Information that resonates with you, write it down, because once it's gone, I'm not going to remember it. So just go with it in it. And then you got High Priestess, very interesting. So you're doing a lot of inner work right now, or you're on your spiritual journey. So you may be balancing out um your dark and light. So you may be doing a lot of shadow work right now. It's a new moon as well, so make sure you're making the most of that. Harness the energy, so start new projects, and it's a time for new beginnings and new cycles. Some of you are very, very spiritual and in tune. Um, and this full moon is gonna you're affected by the full moons and subtle shifts of the world. So when you feel subtle shifts from like the planets and stuff aligning, you will feel it. So you're waiting for some message or some action to be taken. Um, Something's going to be coming in. So whether you're getting communication from someone or something, there's going to be communication, or something's coming in, or something's coming your way. Should we say? Yeah, let's explore that. Why not? So something's coming your way. What is coming their way? What is coming towards the collective? Okay, so you got the devil card, yeah? The devil is my card because I'm a Capricorn, and the devil is our card. And usually I signify it as like the rock and roll card, like your desires, greed, being sexual addictions and stuff. So it's like a rock and roll card, as I call it, like just a bit chaotic, if that makes sense, yeah. But this come out in reverse, yeah. So what you may be coming out of a cycle of like a karmic relationship, maybe, should we say, or you may have been, if you're sleeping with someone that isn't good for you, but you keep doing it as well, whatever, and then you kind of break the cycle to a certain degree, or with alcohol and substances, you're becoming aware of your cycles, and the cycle is breaking. So that's what information is coming towards you soon. Mm. So that's good. Because dealing with addictions is hard, man. Dealing with addictions is hard. The faster you admit you have a problem, the quicker you can seek help. But you have to want to change. You can't change somebody if they don't want to change. It's up to them, which is very sad. Because you can see from drugs and alcohol, you can see someone just deteriorate, and I've seen people deteriorate. I was deteriorating myself. I've been there. So yeah, man, it's mad. So be yeah, be mindful. The next card is the Emperor, and that come out in reverse. So some of yous are acting from like um how should we say it, wounded masculine, if that makes sense. So you're operating from like a wounded masculine. So you may be wanting to have like breaking people's hearts or something, but or just check out the wounded masculine. I don't know, it has certain traits and stuff, but you're operating from that kind of place at the moment, or you're kind of balancing that out, should I say. So you're being operating from more of a divine masculine. You want to be like hold yourself as a king and queen, yeah. Because we are kings and queens, and we should hold ourselves as so. So you may be balancing out the wounded masculine and coming into your divine masculine self, should we say? Because the world is changing. um, what's that? The Nine of Pentacles. So you're planning stuff, man. Like you got ideas, or you got a lot of things that you want. You've planted seeds, and you're gonna start watching the seeds grow soon. So keep your idea. You got a lot of ideas, so you may be up in your head a lot. So make sure you're writing these ideas down, and that's how you manifest. Because people keep ideas in their head and they don't write them down. As soon as you write something down, it is in the physical world now, and then it can manifest. You can take steps towards that, what you desire. So you've got a lot of ideas going on right now, but there's going to be an ending of something. And that's the Scorpio card. I swear the new moon's in Scorpio today as well. I'm not 100% sure. You guys will have to check that out. But so yeah, there's going to be an ending of some sort. Death and rebirth is Scorpio. Um, so you may be going through some kind of ending a relationship or ending a cycle, ending a job. But it's not just the end. Don't see it as an end, because once there's an end, there's also a new beginning. Then you've got the Six of Wands, and that come out in reverse. So you're kind of procrastinating on a situation. So there's no movement. So maybe you need to end a relationship or need to quit your job, but there's no movement at the moment. You're kind of maybe feeling comfortable, maybe. Um, but you know this situation isn't right for you, whatever situation it may be. But you're kind of procrastinating on making a move. Yeah. And what's this? The Nine of Pentacles. So this is stopping you. This decision is stopping you from standing in your full power and being on the right path, should we say? So whatever decision, you're probably more. It sounds like you're more in a karmic cycle that you need to break. Karmic cycles and karmic lessons and life lessons, they're very hard to master, but the lesson will keep repeating until the lesson has been learned. So whatever lesson you're in, whether it's an addiction, or just a negative pattern, or a negative, not a negative, a karmic relationship, like a unhealthy relationship, this is stopping you from standing in your full power. I don't know, man. The energy is just so mad. It's just so off right now, this energy. I don't know, man. It's weird. So this decision is stopping you from standing in your power and being on the right path. And then you've got the hangman. Yeah. So there you're hanging, literally, like you're not making any movement. You're staying stagnant. You may be feeling really comfortable in this decision or where you're at right now, but there needs to be a decision and there needs to be movement. Like things, the universe will send you opportunities and stuff, but there also needs to be action on your part, right? You can't just sit back. Well, it depends how you know, if you know how to work energy, but you can sit back and receive, but at some point there will need to be action, and action is the more masculine energy. Yeah, so some of you may be leaning into your feminine energy too much, and it's about balance. Yeah, the masculine and feminine energies, because we both, everyone and everything holds both masculine and feminine energies within them, and it's about bringing them into balance, right? The next card, this, you know what's so funny, yeah? This, I was shuffling the deck and I've seen this card pop out while I was just shuffling. It popped out like 3 times and I kept stuffing it back in, and then I just stopped shuffling, and this is the card that popped out again. So I've seen this card like 4 or 5 times while I was shuffling. So the Two of Swords. There needs to be there needs to be a sharp decision. A decision needs to be made, whether it's ending a relationship, quitting a job, moving home, starting a new course. I don't know what you guys are into, right? But there needs to be a sharp decision, because you cannot stay stagnant anymore. Like, you procrastinating and not making a decision is wasting time. So you're wasting time and you need to make a decision, and you need to kind of like act now, yeah, in whatever decision. You guys will know what decision needs. The fault that's at the fault the thought that is at the front of your mind constantly is the thing that you need, that needs to be acted on, if it's disturbing your inner peace, which is stopping you from being on the right path. And then justice. So some of you may be going through some kind of court issue or some kind of issues with like the government or something. I don't know what, I don't know, but some of you may be Libras. And yeah, some of you have got some issues going on with like the court or the housing or some issue. Um, but it's coming into balance and things will work in your favor. I'm just clarifying that. But there needs to be a rest period. So you're going through a rest period. So make sure you're getting a lot of rest right now because this situation, whether it's with housing or just some kind of authority, right? It's going to be kind of, you're going to have, it's going to be long and you need to make sure you're resting because when you're dealing with courts and stuff, then procedures are very long and stressful and they're tiring. So make sure you're getting a lot of rest with whatever situation it is, or whether if you're getting fired from a job or something, then some processes can just be very long. Just make sure you're getting enough rest. The next card is three of swords, and it come out in reverse. So you may have just started healing from heartache or emotional stuff or past trauma. So things may be starting to level out. You may have just been going through a low patch or a low phase or an episode, as I like to start calling them. I don't know, when we start healing, they come in waves. Like you could be fine one day and then boom, you've got like 3 weeks of healing to do or whatever. So yeah, you might have just come out of a period of like some emotional healing, and then you got the moon. So some of you are really spiritual, man, or just waking up or and getting in touch with your spiritual side. So for some females out there, you may be due on your period. It's a new moon today as well, so make sure you are making the most of the energy, new moon. So right now is a time to start new projects, start new. It's like a new moon, and it comes in cycles. New moon is like new projects, new energy, and full moon is like full cycle endings, should I say? And like the more healing and insight I do, the more healing and work I do on myself, the more information I get. It's really weird. Like I weren't really into numerology and astrology, and then now it all ties in together, if that makes sense. Like zodiacs and all this. And then I was thinking in 2020, like if the Mayans predicted all these mad life events and that, and they didn't even have technology and stuff, and they was reading it from the stars, there must be something like that's up. They're being guided by something, right? So if it worked for them, it can work for me, kind of thing. And yeah, the more healing I do, the more in tune I'm getting. It's really weird, like with the moon cycles and Arcadian rhythms and Schumann resonance. It don't end. Like the information out there is just um what's the word? Yeah, there's so much information out there, man, and I'm hungry for knowledge, right? And we're in the age of Aquarius. We've got the information accessible to us at the drop of a hat, and people aren't using the technology correctly, man. So yeah, anyway, moving on. So you've got the star card. You've got a lot of major anarchies, man. So there's going to be some dramatic stuff going on pretty soon. But you got the star card. So what you reap, you will sow. So if you've been setting out good intentions and putting out good energy, that's what you're going to receive back, is what I'm getting. Some of you really need to drink more water, man. But the universe is pouring out um, its abundance to you. Make sure you're open to receive. Some of you may feel very lonely at this time, but your guardian angels are right behind you, man. Like if you knew how much of your ancestors and your guides are cheering you on behind the veil, you wouldn't even need physical. You wouldn't even worry about the physical. And also make a wish. Like wishes could come true and miracles could come true. So make a wish at this time as well, and write down your wish, because then your wishes can manifest. Let me just see what comes out. Yeah, hangman. You got the hangman in reverse, so there needs to be some kind of action. What's the time saying? I'm gonna pull. This is gonna be the last card, and then you got the world. So full cycle, full something's coming to an end. Full cycle. Things are coming full circle, should we say? So there will be endings and new beginnings. Some of you are really getting in tune with yourself and your surroundings, like nature and stuff. Some of these may be Tauruses or Leos. Um, but also, like, the universe is abundant and you can literally have anything you want. So make sure you are aiming high. Um, and whatever you want, you can have. You just gotta make sure you're taking action and write an action plan of things that you want to have in your reality and what you don't want to have in your reality. Um, because that's the way you manifest. You could manifest, like, people think manifesting is all magic, but all it is from turning from mental into the physical, right? So as soon as you got an idea, if you write it down, um, then it's from the ethers, the spirit, the mind into the physical realm because now it's on paper. And then you can take steps and actions towards that. That's what all manifesting is. So don't be listening to these fake gurus talking about this and that. Like, do your research and do your inner work, and you'll what resonates for you will resonate in it. That's all I'm saying. All right. Oh no, man, this energy is just bloody crazy, man. And also another thing that I've been getting into is like numerology as well. So I've been really working with like the 3, 6, and 9 recently as well, like the Tesla thing. So I'll do things 3 times, 6 or 9 times and stuff. I don't know why. But everything just seems to work out anyway. But I don't know. Things are just, I don't know. I'm just going with the flow, what my body is doing and mine. I don't know. Everything's just aligning. It's really weird. And it's like I'm observing, and as my brother said, as Mike said, is we don't really have bad days. It's just an experience, and we're kind of playing it out, should we say, which is very interesting because that's how it feels. Like I don't have bad, well, I do have bad days. Everyone has bad days, but it's more of like I'm observing it now instead of. It's hard to explain, man. I'm observing it instead of participating in it and getting emotionally triggered by certain things. Oh no, man, whatever. Just go with it, innit? The energy is so weird right now. These ascension symptoms and shit is weird. Like the solar flares of the sun, the Schumann resonance, everything. I feel everything in it. Like literally, I think my sensory issues are sensory issues. I don't know. I'm just getting more in tune, and everything just feels really intense right now. So I've had to order like earplugs, and I'm gonna order an eye mask because I can hear things from so far away. Like the drilling is far away, not far away, but I can hear it like it's right in my house and shit. Or I can hear like the trains under the ground, and I can hear birds. It's weird. The shit that I experience is just mad. So yeah, I need to kind of switch off, and I can hear and I feel the subtle shifts of everything that's going on. It's really weird. All right, so the first card that come out is complacency, if that's how you spell it. Um, some of you are feeling really alone and isolated. This card wanted to come out. Some of you are feeling lonely and isolated, and you are wanting deeper connections, and you want to find your soul family. We're all kind of going through this at this time. Like we're wanting our soul tribe. We're wanting to meet people that's on the same vibration as us and stuff. So we're going through a lonely period, but that's only in this 3D reality because we are all one at the end of the day. But in the 3D realm, everything is dual. Everything has its polar opposite, right? So we're going through this period of like isolation, loneliness to kind of find out who we are. And then enlightenment is the next card. So obviously, the more time you spend with yourself and sit with yourself and heal and process stuff, you'll start climbing the emotional ladder to happiness. and enlightenment, should we say. um once you reach enlightenment, you feel the world totally different. Like once you have a spiritual awakening, and a dark night of the soul, yeah, they both come hand in hand. A dark night of the soul will hurt, and an ego death will hurt. Yeah, they're painful, but after you recover from them, you will that's the beginning of your awakening, and you will see the world totally different. And then the more time you spend sitting with yourself and being present and working on yourself on all the levels, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual level, mind, body, soul, wants to become whole, like will reach a enlightenment. And that's the goal. Well, it's not really a goal, it's just a process, that you reach through healing. You can reach in enlightenment, but it's more of a process. Healing is a process, but you're climbing the ladder, if that makes sense. You're reaching enlightenment, you're going higher, you're raising your vibration, if that makes sense. But it's not a destination. Yeah, just to let people know. Soulmate. So some of you've got a soulmate coming in, or you've met a soulmate. Just go with the flow, man. Um, yeah, have fun. People think sex is meant to be serious, and um, it's about competition. And look, dude, it's just about having fun. Enjoy yourselves. As long as you're protected and you both communicate clearly and stuff, have fun, man. Like you only live once. As long as you're not being bad-minded and trying to break people's heart and stuff, and you got good intentions, and have fun, man. The next card is recovery. So the collective is going through a recovery period because the energy has just been crazy of recently, right? So you may be needing a lot more rest. Some of you, maybe your guides are trying to communicate with some of you, man, and you have the key. Whatever you're searching for, you already have the key to the door. So you need to turn within, and you'll find this key to the door, whatever door you want to open. Um, but yeah, we're going for a rest period, so make sure you're getting enough rest. Don't be drinking too much caffeine to keep yourself going. Just give the body rest when it needs rest. The next card is abundance. So you are abundant. Remember, you're a king and queen, and you should hold yourself as so, right? Don't be letting society don't let society make you think that you're less than. Know your worth, right? Some of you need to do work on your solar plexus chakra. It's got a blockage, and it's stopping your willpower and confidence and your self-esteem, and it's stopping you from obtaining abundance into your life, like whatever abundance you want. Like if it's material, if you're into material stuff, or just abundance in general, like food, being abundant with food, being abundant with life, whatever abundance you want. This blockage in your solar plexus is stopping that abundance from coming in. You got wisdom, so you're wise. You're learning everything that you're going through. You're learning, or you should be learning from. Some of you need to work on that heart chakra, because once you forgive and accept everything, yeah, everything, all trauma, parents is probably one of the hardest lessons to work through on your journey, yeah. But once you get to a certain place of forgiveness and acceptance, you start feeling lighter and lighter. I've been there, man. I'm talking from experience. Everything I put on my channel, I talk through most of my experience, right? Everything that I've been through. So yeah, you learn from certain experiences, and you grow, right? And you grow wiser from experiences. If you haven't experienced anything, then you won't be wise because you've not experienced anything. You get wisdom from experience, trial and error, doing something and failing multiple times and still getting at it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're light workers, we're light warriors. I know I got a warrior soul. This soul is listen. This soul is fire, dog. Trust. But yeah, whatever situation you're in, you're gaining wisdom from it, or you should be gaining wisdom from it. All right. Balance. So some of you may be Libras out there. But you need to be more at balance. So balancing work and play, rest and work. If you're going to the gym, rest. If you're working a lot, make sure you're getting rest. You need to find balance. If you've been drinking a lot, drink some more water to balance that out. If you've been eating a lot, um, go to the gym. I don't know, like, but there needs to be more balance, or balance is coming into place. So you may be balancing out your masculine and feminine energy. You may be balancing out your shadow self and doing a lot of shadow work, and it's paying off. And acceptance. So you're learning to accept situations and accept things as they are, and just going with the flow. What will be, will be. Make sure you're trying to be as present as possible. Make sure you're going out and grounding as well. Some of you have got your ancestors around you. They're trying to communicate and guide you, but some of you are scared to communicate with them for some strange reason. Just remember they're here to assist you. Your ancestors, you are your ancestors, yeah. So we got to be scared of. Just to let you guys know. You lot don't know about witchcraft, witchcraft and voodoo. In the West, they think voodoo is bad. It depends what you're doing voodoo for. If you're doing voodoo for selfish needs, then that would be considered bad. But if you're doing it for healing purposes, yeah, you're doing it for good. And voodoo is like a spiritual. Is it a religion? I think so, like a religion. So it was a religion. Anyway, but they try to badmouth voodoo. People don't know about voodoo. Depends what you're doing voodoo for. Not into sacrificing and all that shit. Well, that depends. Like I'm saying, what there's no good or bad. It depends what you're doing, what you're using the energy for. But you're accepting something. Expansion. So you're expanding. Your consciousness is expanding. All the lessons and things that you've been through is helping you grow and expand. You want to be expanding your consciousness. You want to be researching. You want to be experiencing different things. You don't want to be on the hamster wheel going round and round and round and round. You want to step outside your comfort zone and experience new things. Travel, um, educate yourself on something. Try something new. Um, Face your fears. Yeah, if you're fear, whatever fears you're going through, face them, and don't let your fears hold you hostage because it's all a self-made prison. There needs to be action, but there needs to yeah, expansion. So you're expanding. Just don't let your fears hold you back, because the universe is infinite, and you are infinite. You are a reflection of the universe. You are what's how do they say it? You are a child of God. You are godlike. You are a part of the universe. You are a part of the whole. So you can have anything you want. It like literally, but you just gotta depends what you want in it. Yeah, but there needs to be expansion. So make sure you're doing your research and expanding and trying new things and stepping outside of your comfort zone, man. Don't let your comfort zone hold you back and keep you hostage. Make sure you're out there trying new things and pushing yourself as well, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. Yeah, but yeah, that's all the info I got for you guys right now. Yeah, the energy is just so mad. The energy is just so mad right now. I don't know, just feel everything just feels weird. Everything feels weird. I've got energy but not got energy. Want to do stuff but don't want to do stuff. It's just I don't know, man. It's weird. But send you guys some blessings anyway. Peace, love, and light, tribe.